Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian School of Physics. Guys, this is Nitin here, and today we have a very special guest with us, and it's none other than Mr. Pavel, founder of Physolymp. And he's very popular among you students. And, he was also problem proposer of IPHO 2014, and he has been into competitive arena of Olympiads, especially physics, for last one decade, I can say. I think it was started around 2011, 2012, as per the SIR's website. So let's hear about SIR's journey from SIR itself. So Pavel sir, please give a brief introduction of yours to our viewers, our students.
Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I was involved in Physics Olympiad for more than a decade. I participated in Asian Physics Olympiad and Ipho myself a long time ago. Then I trained multiple students to national and international physics Olympiads. And for the last 5 or so years, I was team leader at Ipho and AFO. So I was lucky enough to have this kind of broad experience. And for the last several years, I just created sort of side project for Physolymp, just making some problems. And I was surprised that it was quite popular. It's still in public beta. I consider it like it's evolving, but I received a lot of positive feedbacks that it was useful to other people. And actually, I'm not from India. I was not aware about the JEE Advanced exam, and for the last couple of years, I received a lot of feedback from students from India that Physics Olympiads were very helpful for people to pass JEE Advanced. It's actually surprising. I didn't even thought about this when I started. I thought it's just for small group of people, but seems like this JEE Advanced is so complicated, and in order to pass it successfully, people really need to kind of prepare on different level, and just using this kind of style of problems for physics Olympiads could be helpful to students.
Yes, yes. Like I myself has been teaching for JEE Advanced for last 15 years, and when I see these problems, the problems which you propose, and some of those problems slightly I have modified also, and I upload videos on YouTube, and they are very, very helpful and to the point for the students who are preparing for JEE Advanced. And here in India, around 9 to 10 lakhs people will appear for JEE exams, and finally through JEE Advanced only 10 to 15,000 students will be reaching to the IITs for higher studies in college. So it's a very tough exam, but yes, they are with respect to physics, JEE Advance and Olympiads, they are very much in sync syllabus wise, the type of problems. Yes, IPHO and INPHO style problems are different, but at the foundation level, I feel they are very similar in terms of syllabus and foundation. So next I will ask Pavel sir, like what is your opinion or suggestion to our students in order to learn physics in a better way or master physics? And personally at your level also, how did you develop such type of interest towards physics?
That's a good question. And so probably to answer this question, I will refer to other kind of answer, what I've seen on Reddit one time from one guy. Don't remember exactly who said that, but generally I was applying to graduate school, and to pass graduate school, people need to pass GRE exam. It's sort of SAT, and it's also highly competitive. And there are a lot of books for acing GRE, like tricks for GRE, or this sort of books, like dozens of books. And people usually cramming some vocabulary, some words, and the advice from guy from Reddit was like, just forget about those books, just read a lot of something that you like, and you will be fine. And so I kind of used that advice and successfully passed that exam. So I think similar sort of advice could be applied here for physics. It's just don't be obsessed with sort of tricks or shortcuts, like learn physics in 2 weeks, something like that. Just understand that anything complex really take time, and but in order to invest time, you really need to be fascinated about this subject. And so uh, just don't push too hard on yourself, and just like this subject. It's like just do something. It's not planning, over planning, like I have to do 10 problems a day or something. This will lead to burnout. I think when you push you too hard, then for a few weeks you could be doing great results, but this kind of things really takes could be months or years. And so you just need to not to deplete your energy with this stuff, but to be fascinated with those problems. And it's kind of easy to keep up with physics Olympiads. At least for many people, problems are so engaging, they're catchy, not that boring. So you don't need to really spend a lot of energy. You just really like those type of problems. So I just advise students, don't be too obsessed with exams or some tricks, and just have fun. Kind of when you will have fun with problems, you will keep up for many hours, and just adding those hours will lead to results anyway. So I think
yes, very perfectly said. And I too also feel that way, that it's a journey. It cannot be just 1 point or 2 points in time, because in physics I feel is the interest is a very important factor, where you must have that kind of love affection towards the problems. And when you learn something, just try to think about it once or twice whenever you are off the subject. And I think it helps a lot in bringing that continuity in subject, even if you're not solving the problem. But if things are there in mind, or once or twice they are coming again in your head, so that makes that connect or continuity. Very well said, sir. And now we will come to your brainchild, Physolymp. And I find it like a very fascinating website, and very helpful for all teachers as well as students. And I know a lot of my students, they are part of your uh, Physolymp website, and they are like somehow they will be looking at, referring at those problems whatever you provide on the website. Many people have already joined, I think, and some people they explore. And so I want to know, like, what were the factors behind developing Physolymp, and how do you plan to develop Physolymp in future? And will it be like a kind of substitute for books, where everything related to physics Olympiads or other competitive exams, it will be available on the website itself? Or do we need to still refer to the books because for problem practice, I feel it is a fantastic place. And as with time it will grow, we'll have more and more coverage in topics. So I think it will be a very fantastic in a way to see those problems, and along with the theory. Right now, the theory content is very less in that. So how do you plan for that?
Uh, Thanks for this question. It's how I see this sort of things. It's well, when I started this project, I was thinking initially just creating sort of PDF electronic book as anything else, and but then I just wanted to make different process because when I studied any other books, there are two types of books. Books could be excellent with great content, but it's very difficult to keep up, like keep your discipline. And when there are books with solutions, usually what I did myself, it's just I read a problem, then spent like 30 seconds on this, like 1 minute or a few minutes, and then just look at the solution. And I basically deceived myself that I'm learning something. It's like, oh, it's easy. I understood it. And next. But there was no active engagement. So main idea of Physolymp from different books is that you are forced to think, at least subconsciously, for at least 1 day, that you read a problem, you try something, you can input your answer, and if answer is incorrect, think again, try again, and you can still see official solution in 1 day, but you have to think about this for at least subconsciously. Maybe you're not forcefully thinking about this problem. So I'm not sure whether it's actually working approach, because nobody else is doing this. Maybe it's just some fun idea what is not working, but at least for now, I believe that this could be a thing. In terms of content, I think that people still have different style of learnings, and we cannot just tell them use this platform or use this book. Everybody finds different books or platforms easier for them to understand. Some of the people really enjoy learning from videos like on your channel, and some really like some classical books, and some really enjoyed website like Physolymp. So I think for people, they should just try it, like try different options and see what they really like. And the main kind of goal is just to keep up, to keep going, and solve a lot of problems. And if you like solving problems in one or another way, it's totally fine. So nobody should be forced just do this, just read this book. Or and I think for Physolymp, it's just cannot be completely substitute with books, at least with theory books. There are a lot of good theory books. That's why I didn't spend a lot of efforts on creating theory. But theory is absolutely essential for understanding physics or physics Olympiads in general. So just try not to skip theory part. Just solving problems. It could be also self-deceiving, like you think that you understand something, but could be quite shallow. And I want to use this opportunity to thank other people, and like content and Physolymp probably people think that it's too original, or, but I was inspired. Most of the content is based on some books in Russian. So when I was studying for physics Olympiads, I learned a lot from Russian books, especially there is one journal in Russia. It's called Journal Quantum, and that journal was for like last 50 years, and it was collective effort from hundreds of people, and though all those peoples created really fascinating problems, and I have not met any of them in person, but I feel obligated to thank all of them that they created very interesting problems that I still love to solve. So it's kind of very difficult to create any really original content, because a lot of people spent a lot of efforts for last hundreds of years probably, and so just claiming that anybody have very original content could be not really true. So we should appreciate other people.
Correct. Very true. Like when it comes to my problems also, I also take a lot of references from different books, different problems, and then some modifications I will bring in those problems, and they become very nice problems after that. So always, yes, there will be some kind of you know some kind of you can say reference will be involved. That can be from research paper, that can be from books, that can be from any other coaching material. Like in India, we have a lot of coachings. It's a very popular exam here in JEE. So yeah, those problems modification we also do a lot of time. So you can check on my channel also. There are many problems where I have taken reference of Physolymp also, and a lot of problems from past Olympiads, Harvard problems of the week. So yes, I completely agree with you. And last and final question, Pavel sir, with you is like, where are you working currently, and how do you manage? Because through my students, I came to know that you work in a oil company, and you're working on Physolymp as well. So like, what is your native place, and where are you working currently? And yeah, all about you.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I worked for oil company for last 9 years, and right now I'm pursuing my master's degree in Canada, so in data science. So it's kind of similar. In working in oil company, I did a lot of data wrangling, writing some scripts and some analysis. It's kind of actually for a lot of other people. I knew dozens of people who were part of Ipho before, participating in physics Olympiads, and a lot of them are working right now in some tech companies, IT guys, or some engineers, or some of them in finance. So, some of them are still pursuing physics, but what I want to kind of emphasize for students that physics, it's not the end goal. You're not limited to physics if you select this subject, and it doesn't mean that you have to be physics professor or doing some research in physics lab. So opportunities are endless. You can go in any engineering job after that, and it was extremely helpful for me as well. I worked in oil company for a long time, and it's kind of solving different sort of equations there, or using data. And right now I'm doing something different, more programming, in-depth analysis with data science. So And Physolymp is kind of side project for me, and it's still interesting side project, like do something on weekends, and that's why progress there was not really fast, but it's still, I found that a lot of people find it useful anyway, so with limited amount of efforts from my side.
Okay, so that's it, sir, for the finally, like we will call it an end. And it was very nice knowing you. And yes, to the students, I'll also say that you can check Physolymp website. I'll give the link and in the description of the YouTube video, and please do check it, because it is really, really awesome website, and a lot of good work has been done by Pavel sir and his team. So you should check this out. Thank you very much, Pavel sir, and we will call you some other time as well. And it was very nice meeting you. And thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Nitin sir. Welcome. Bye.
Yeah, bye.